Good afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon. Okay, my engine is opening. Today I'll show you a different technique. Okay, let's wait for a couple of minutes so others can join. Then we'll start off with this thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, by the time I'll just model something. Okay, front is fine. Just roughly keeping it in the center. So I'm basically creating the railway track. That
Good
track.
afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon. Too much four. Just to like, I'm just creating this railway track now, and then import it into Unreal. And there are like few things I have modified, and plus today we'll follow a different technique for texturing. Texturing. So because that will give you a better result.
Good afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon. Better results. So we'll do that. And now these are like all same polygon box attach, isolate. I'll snap it any corner, or maybe I'll keep it like this. That is also fine. This also I can find. It's as long as it's on the grid, because I have to tile it. And sides I have another box that like shape or that shape. And that slight strip of box. So strip. So now if I want to align them, I can definitely align them. So first I'll attach these two, attach, done. Now Alt A, align tool, click on this, center, apply. Okay. It's all centralized very nicely, clean. Now this one, if I want to move it slightly, I can move it slightly. Just to make this thing like clean, like properly aligned. Now let's attach this also. And all the not visible sections, delete. Optimize model. I can extrude it from this also, but that will increase my poly count. So I'm not doing that. So I'm keeping it really simple. Only boxes, simple plain boxes. And we have to texture this. So texturing, This strip is basically wood, usually wood, and the wood, or maybe nowadays we are using concrete also, and this side beams are basically metal. So, so today I'm not going to push this model into Substance. I'm going to UV it and texture it within Unreal directly. I'll show you another process. If you remember, like initially when you started, I asked you to install Quixel Bridge and Quixel this mixture. So we'll be using those tools and create all this texturing directly into Unreal. So for doing that, what I have to do is I have to, because this is wood, separate material, this is iron most probably. So this is I have to have a separate material. So what I have to do is go to your element mode, select, scroll down, assign a ID 1, select this one, assign another ID 2. So now I have two different material ID on this particular texture. Press M, click any one of them, click the dropper, and what happened here? Oh, there is nothing applied. Oh, my bad. Let me apply it first. That's why it's not working. If I like do this, now it will pick, you can see it will pick the same thing. Now, once I apply this, select this, change it to material 1. So you see nothing happened here. So what I have to do is select this one, assign one more texture. Two different textures is applied. Now if I click and pick this thing, you'll see I'll get multi sub material where two materials are assigned. This is a material ID 1, material ID 2. So two different texture slot basically. Now I have to unwrap this properly. So materials difference means texture difference. So let's go to UV, open UV editor, select everything, fit it. You can see these are all boxes, but it's all supposed to be rectangle. Correct. I fit it here. Now I have to correct the UV first. I can select everything and stitch. It won't work. Paste mode. Now it should work. It's creating problems, so I'll just fix it manually only. Where it is. This part I have to break. Let me see the checker. You can see there's a stretch. Separated. Correct. Select. Relax. Corrected. Stitch selected. This one is stitched nicely. These are stitched, only this part is remaining. Let's see where it is. This is fine. I believe this one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Correct. This one stitched. So everything is stitched. Now the sides, just attach, stitch it one side. Stitch. Everything is stitched correctly. Stitched. So this part is slightly wrong. Break it. Stitch it. And this part is missing. So everything stitched nicely. I'll relax. Make sure there's no stretch, nothing, and try to align everything as much as possible. Now I am going to use a tile label map. I am tile label map. So for tile label map, even if there is a overlapping, doesn't matter. Or even if there is like it's separately created, that also doesn't matter. So what I can do is select those two, fill it like this. I can definitely do it. That also works for me very easily. This one and this one, packet. So you can see these are overlap, but this part have a separate texture and these have separate texture. So even if they're overlap, it doesn't matter. So if I want, I can definitely like keep it like this. That works perfectly. So it's because materials are separate. So UV try to keep it clean as much as possible. So basic, this thing is ready. Select this, export, export selected. SM underscore track. Done. So now if I go to my Unreal and open our project, just name it. All right. Why it's not renaming it? Now I'll open it. So here you can see I have modified it slightly and placed all these things. You can see there is a gap. So I fixed this model. I have to export it only. You can see I made it symmetry here only within Max because it's an interactive place. So if I try to do it manually, what if there is a little snapping issue or something? So just to keep that thing, I'll fix it. Did it directly in here. Now select this model, wherever it is, right click, re-import it, should fix everything. That gap is gone now. So now what we have to do is have to import that railway track. Right click, import, or I can just simply drag drop it here. Yeah. So all these things are fine. So make sure whenever you importing your file, if you're having an issue like error, like it's a vertex count is degenerated, or your faces are degenerated or something, that means the scale of the model is very small. So if you're having those issues, scale up the model and make sure normal tangent, import normal and tangent. Do not compute normal, import normal. Last option, third option, make sure select this one, and convert scene unit is selected and combine mesh is selected. These three things, make sure double check it, should be on. Import it. Import it. You can see it automatically created two different materials. So as of now, let it be there. And now I'll save it. Save my things. Now I have I need two different textures. One is wooden texture and one is your iron texture, right? I'll open this model viewer. Here I can see it clearly. Two different. So now I'll open bridge and look for the similar texture, the kind of texture I'm looking or I want to create. or I want to assign. Sir, go to surface. Hopefully all of you have a Quixel Bridge installed, and you have installed the plugin also, I believe. Why it's
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
okay, nice. Signed in. So now I need a wooden this stuff. So I'll go to wood and search for, you can see there are tons of wooden textures and wooden materials are there. So if I go to my local, I have already downloaded a lot of wooden textures, you can see. So something like this is little rough, or like something like this little rough, because those wooden planks are usually little weathered and old. So if I click on this, have you all installed Quixel plugin? Can you all of you see this green M Megascan option in your Unreal? If not, I'll show the process. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, what?
I'm not sure, sir. I'll check, sir.
Okay, no problem. I'll show the process, what you have to do. Don't worry. So once you install Quixel Bridge, it will ask like what plugin or what is your software you want to export. So you can select your resolution and everything from here. Once you do it, click on the setting. You can see export setting is there. There is something, export target is Unreal Engine version, whichever version you're using, 4.26, 4.25, whichever version you're using, select the version. And plugin location is wherever you have installed your Unreal. In my case, I have installed in E drive. You might have installed in C drive. So make sure browse there, and wherever you have installed Unreal version 4.26, and then inside that there is an engine folder, and that inside that there is a plugin folder. I'll show you this path here, E drive. You can see I have Unreal Engine. So wherever you have installed 4.26, then you have engine, then you have a plugin folder. So make sure select this path wherever you have installed it. Once you select the path, it will ask to install it. It will take 2-3 minutes and it will install. And make sure your Unreal is not running. Close your Unreal, then install it, then switch on your Unreal. Switch on your Unreal, you should be able to see this green icon. If this green icon is there, that means your Unreal Engine plugin is installed properly. Now what I can do is I can export my textures and materials. I don't even have to create materials and textures directly into Unreal automatically. Let's go to Bridge. This material I want to export. Go back, select the resolution. Let me just give me a screen. I'll just download setting. I'll change. It's 8K selected. I don't want 8K. Why it's showing 8K only? There was a, so I want 2K. 8K is too much. I don't want 8K. So select the 2K and click on export. You see, export to Unreal Engine. Exporting from here, exporting is done. Minimize, go to Unreal. I can see automatically it started importing the material. And material is imported. Press OK. Now make sure then you will see in your Unreal there is a Megascan folder created automatically. So then whatever you have exported a surface, you will see a surface folder, and under that you will see all the texture you have exported. This one is a plywood, so it should be somewhere down. Plywood, see, with a material, it's created everything. Select the material, go to your model. This one is my wooden part. Assign it. Remove this thing. So you can see instantly the texture assigned. But the direction of this thing is not correct. Or if you want to increase a tile or something, just double click and open the material. Now you can see you have tons of options here. This is all automatically created. So you don't have to do anything here. Rotation angle, I can make it 90 degree. Then you have this, where is my tiling? Uh, tiling. Where is my tiling? Oh, tiling, sorry. Tiling is here. You can see tiling X, Y. So I want to tile maybe 3. And you can go back to your texture. You can see it increase the tile automatically. It will do it, but there will be few cases where this rotation doesn't work. You can see rotation is not working. So detail, this angle, I'll try this one. Still nothing happening here. This is for normal. This thing should work. I don't know why it's not working. So no need to worry, because I can see the direction is different. So I just simply go to my max, apply a UV, select this, rotate, and quit it again. The easiest way. Then export it back. Done. Go to your file, wherever your file is. Here, mesh. This is right click, re-import it. And if you see, this thing changed automatically. I can use this wood. I can, if I want, I can use a different wood also. Suppose I don't like it, I can use something else also. Or if suppose I feel like this is a little light in color, I want to make it a little darker. Double click, open the texture. You can see the texture here. You can see there is something called albedo tint. Click on this. You want to make it dark, push it. See, some tint you want to give, you can do that also. Make it dark. You see, it instantly becomes dark. So it makes your life way easier, plus saves a lot of time. I won't recommend this thing to do for all the parts. Only the part like where you have tile, like this railway track, you have to like duplicate it maybe 20 times. So for those kind of stuff, it works beautifully, very easily. Otherwise, what happens, all the corners and edge wear is not there, it won't look very nice. So now I want one more texture for that iron thing. Surface, let's see, we have metal. You see, bare metal also I have. This is like super shiny. I don't want corroded, little old weathered. So you can see nice old weathered metal is there. This looks pretty decent. And suppose I want to export this one, or maybe this one, or I can search for whichever material I want, maybe this one, whichever I want. I can select that. Like this one looks quite nice. Download it. Again, I'm exporting. Oh, 4K. I have downloaded 8K only. My bad. Downloaded. Only 2K I want to export. Exported. You see converting textures. It will automatically convert it to 2K, and Unreal, it's importing now. So it's all becomes automated. So it's makes your life way easier, way simpler, and it's like becomes super easy to texture anything. So it's it will name, double check the name. It's rusty black metal sheet. Rusty metal sheets. Let's see. Not this one. Oh, these two kind of similar. This is also, see, I already had two, but this looks kind of nice. And this is like slightly black. So let's say I have anyways I have imported this. Let's use this one only. Close this one, and you have already selected the material. Assign it. See, instantly assign this thing. And tiling I want to increase like 3 by 3. So it will become little dense, and it will look, if you zoom in, you can see all the detail, everything is nicely visible, because this is like all scan. This is all scan, so it gives you super high quality texture. Modify this thing. So now what I want is I want to make it little glossy, like it as it's a metal. So I want to make it little glossy. So you can see I have metal option. Switch on the metal, metallic 100%, 100%, specular roughness. So now I can switch on them and see I can change the roughness, make it slightly glossy. Like it was previously very matte, make it slightly glossy. So all these things I can do it directly here. So once I'm done with this, save all of them and go back to your mesh. This is my mesh. I can just simply drag, drop this here. See, it will automatically snap to the surface without any problem. And let's start. Let's start it from here. Alt, or hold Alt and drag the model. And create this entire thing. Almost. So like this, I can create the entire railway track. Then I can select the entire railway track together, right click. You can see there is something called group. I can group it together. So now it's become a one thing. It's separate models only, but it will act as a single geometry. Now, now I want to repeat this thing, this side also. Alt, duplicate. So I don't have to redo the entire thing again. It makes my life way easier. Save your scene. Right? It makes things pretty easy and simple for me. And I feel this thing is slightly close to this area. And this is also slightly close to this area, because in the center, I have little those pillars, beams, and those pipes and all those stuff. So that is something I have to create. So now I have two set of pillars. You can see in my reference, I have two set of pillars. These pillars and this pillar, and there is a diversion. This is something also I have to create. So how do I do it? So I already have these pillars. That is something I have imported here, and it have only one texture assigned. So I can select all three of them. Let me place them nicely somewhere in the center. somewhere here, and Alt, I can place it this side also, somewhere here. So you can see my scene started to like looks like a decent filled stuff. All these things are there. Now, in my this texture, suppose I want to follow the same technique for texturing. Same thing for this pillar. I can see there is two sections here. So I'll go to my max. Here is my model. It's a basic simple cube. Delete the top part because that is not visible. Delete the base part, it's not visible. These two things are very important. Then now I see there is a difference in texture, and there is a strip here. So what I'll do is go to edge mode, select this, or select, I can add connected, or I can use Swift loop. Create this thing, and this have little thickness. So for modular piece, we have to add loops wherever the texture is changing. I create this thing, and if I want to add little volume here, I can definitely do it. No, sorry. Okay, all these are selected nicely. If I want to extrude, I can definitely extrude it. This is not necessary, but slight extrusion will look very nice, because from a distance it will break the silhouette, and it will look really nice. Now all three of them, all these things are like correct, like created. Now I'll select this, go to UV, select everything. You can see this entire thing, right click, relax, relax it, relaxed everything, but you can see it's not it's everything relaxed but not aligned. They're like all separate. Stitch selected, stitch selected, stitch selected. So all parts are nicely welded. So I can like do it like this, weld all this thing nicely, or I can select the whole thing, and again for that also I have to weld. So I'll weld it like this only. That will make save some time. Let's do it quickly. Clean, or this part remaining. Okay, everything is stitched nicely. Make sure relax it. Relax it and then pack it. Wherever it is, doesn't matter. Now, all my these parts are have separate textures. So unwrapping is ready. So what I'll do, material, I'll go to this option. So I'll see this have same texture, this have same texture, this have same texture. Select all of them, assign any of the material. Inverted, assign another material. So these two parts are separate material. And now the blue band, front, select this one, assign a third material. So now I have three material assigned to this one model. Export this thing, export selected. This pillar is already there. Replace it. Done. Go to Unreal, this file, open this thing, right click, re-import it, reset to FBX. So now you can see clearly, instantly it changed. Now I want three textures. Open the model. So first, this white one is basically this blue texture. So I can see where is it. I can search for it. This one I have assigned. Go here, assign it. See? Now the center part, let's see. No, this one, last one is the center part. The center part is little different color. I select any one of them, assign it. See? And this particular strip, if I want, I can have the same thing, or if I want to modify it, I can definitely modify it. Let's apply this one. I'll make it a little more bluish. So open this. You can see color tint is there. So I can select the color tint. And let's see, change, make it little more blue. It's too much. And overlay, I can reduce. It become, like you see, nice blue. See, it got assigned here automatically. So if you apply this to the main model, it will automatically assign on your model as well. And one more thing you can see change, like previously I created this plane quite small and thin. I just simply widen the model, nothing else changed, widen the model, and then relax the UV and then bring it back. So because like previously I was like duplicating this thing like 10 or 12 times. So now I have to just duplicate it 3 times. So it makes my life easier. So so by this I can keep my things very simple. So you can see my texture and all these things are assigned. If I want to play, you can see if I hit play, you can see all textures, everything here. If I want to go here, now you can see the scale is almost correct. It makes my life way easier. Like this, I can generate everything. So now this basic structure is almost ready. Oh, now I need to create this ceiling and those in between pillars and all those other stuff. So if I zoom in here, you can see the same pillar, little different in design. You can see. So I can recreate this thing very easily. I just simply have to clone the model and assign all this shape, like modify this basic structure, then assign the material and bring it back. So like this, I can generate this texture super easily and create all this thing very nicely. Okay, let's create, just give me a second. Let's create a few more things. Just checking the references. Okay, after this, there is a staircase again. We have the staircase. You can see those tube lights. We have those tube lights, and this also we have to create all these things. So I need to see the ceiling. Yes, this is what I want to check. And this pillar, you can see the base. There is little thickness here in model. That is something I can incorporate in my model. And tube lights, okay, they have this thing. That is something that means I have to add this detail in my model. There's a board here, wire going on, and this pillar. So let's see. Let's create the pillar quickly. This is a model. Right click, clone the model, copy. No instance, no reference. Copy the model and isolate the new model. And here I can see this thing supposed to go inside. Like this, I can create this thing very easily. Right? Super easily I can do this. And in this model, I have only two of this. And this is like somewhere here. And plus front. The width of this thing is slightly high. The gap should be visible clearly. Now, this part, I have another one. So this particular loop is not there in my this thing. So either I remove these, control backspace, remove this section. Now this section I need, bring it somewhere middle. Increase the width, and base I can see there is one more cut here. Loop, let's select this thing, extrude your normal, reduce it. Your pillar is ready. But only thing, this particular pillar is way too bigger as compared to the other this thing. So I remove the isolation, and this much extra I need to create. So easiest process how I can identify this, I can just simply create a box, a length, for measurement purpose, and this is the height I need to increase for this pillar. If I bring it here, keep it here, select this one and elongate. So I got the height. Something, what happened here? Oh, two models, yeah, correct only. Align it, isolate again, and now I have to fix things. Oh, this is a wrong model. Yeah, this one. Front, Z, increase the height, isolate the model. The little thing I have to modify is these two and to push it up. This is what I need to do. Rest everything is exactly same. Now I have to unwrap it. Materials are already assigned, you can see. So this material are already assigned. If I check my reference, I can see the base is different, this top is different, this part is different. So 1, 2, 3 part separate, and there's, if you zoom in, you can see there is a border also. So that border is this border is this this base is separate and this is separate. So automatically I have separation. These two things are exactly same. So I have multiple material textures assigned already. And now I have to relax it. Select the model, relax, relax it. So whenever you relax, you can see the base this is not straight anymore. That is something is not recommended. So what I'll do, I'll separate this thing, break it. Relax it again. This will creating slightly issue again. So, but that is something I can fix very easily. Straighten the model. Select the model. Relax. And if I want to straighten, it's creating issue. You can see clearly the straighten thing is not working perfectly. It's not giving me correct scale. So in that case, what I have to do is I have to make sure my shape and everything is nicely aligned and everything is perfectly straight. That is the like one key thing for tileable texturing. Like if you are planning to use this, make sure straighten all UVs as much as possible. Otherwise, it will create problem in your texturing. This one is straight. This one to make it straight. This here also. Straighten them. Now I have this particular model. Here also I have to do the exact same thing. So in this technique, you have to work on your UV more and model more. And for texturing, you just have to apply it and like look for the correct texture and manipulate the color and all those things. So this is like becomes super easy. Place it anywhere, doesn't matter. Select this, export selected. This is my pillar underscore 02. Now I'll go to my model again and I'll import this particular texture. Where is it? Here. Pillar 02, import it here. See, it generated. Now I have to assign those textures. So for this base and top are kind of same. So for that is kind of rock or concrete, and this gray color is basically that blue tile. So I'll go here. I can see the blue tile here. It is selected here. Come back, assign it. Done. Now this, sorry, undo. Now this is basically concrete or rocky kind of thing, and this have flat color, little dark in tint. It's basically, it looks like concrete only. So what I'll do is I'll search. Let's see. If I have a concrete. See, already have a concrete. So I can select this one and assign it. It will assign. It's just loading the texture, then it will assign it. Still loading. I'll save my max file by the time. Yeah, save. So this is clear, right? There is no confusion in it, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So try this thing out, because this is speed up your process, and with this, because this is basic texturing, because we are not doing it in Substance, so we don't have the corner details or dirt or all those things. So for that, we'll be using decal map and generate all this thing within Unreal.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So it's assigned. If I want, I can assign the same thing here also. Or because I want to change the color slightly, create instance, select this one, assign it here, open it. You can see there is an option albedo, make it slightly dark. So I just simply have to separate the material. That's it. Saved. And then I'll go to my model. This is my pillar 2. And place it here, wherever it's supposed to place. If I want, I can keep it like same alignment. That will kind of look nice only. So you can see the height is almost same. Now I can create the ceiling super easily. Just give me the player. Where is my player? I'll just rotate the angle. That will be like much better. Now you can see everything is visible clearly. And now once I create the ceiling and that this thing, because everything will become easy and it will look nice also. And you can see that it's a little glossy. The surface is a little glossy. If I want, I can reduce that also. So now I have to cover up those sections. I have to create wall. I have to create those sections, and plus that in divider and the ceiling. Those things I'll create. I plan it out. I'll create this thing. We'll do that. Just give me a second. I'll take mark attendance. Like, try this thing out. If you have any confusion or anything or any problem you're facing, get back to me. I'll give you a solution for that.
Yes, sir.
Devashish present. Shubham present. Prithviraj present. Okay. So try this thing out, practice it, and with this you can should be able to speed up your process of working. So model it, import it, model it, import it, and assign textures. So everything you have to do side by side. So it will speed up the entire process, and within the given period, like this given period of time, you should be able to finish everything very easily. Because after creating the entire set, also there is a lot of work is there for making it look like nice, like make it look like seamless. We have to add details, dirt, and everything, and lighting and baking everything. That is also very important, because without that it won't look nice. And plus, create a camera animation and render out a nice cinematic video. So how to do all those things? If you keep up the speed with this, you can do this thing, then we can move to those things very easily and create something really good. Okay.
Yes.
And
Yes, sir.
and I'll see you guys I guess tomorrow also we have class, I believe.
Yes, sir.
I'm not sure, but maybe may not be. Whatever, like whenever we have class, we'll next class we'll discuss this. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay then.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.